Have you ever wondered how to shop for and pick out sewing patterns at the store? Well, I am diving all into that today, and I'm going to show you just what you need to look for and pay attention to when figuring out what commercial patterns you want to buy. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode in the Classroom series, a series where I teach you everything you need to know about sewing. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Madison. I've been sewing for over 20 years and taught high school fashion design for 4 years. Now I take my love and passion for sewing and fashion and share it in a virtual classroom space here on YouTube. So welcome, I'm so excited to have you in my virtual classroom today. In today's video, we are going to be diving into another very important topic of discussion when it comes to sewing, especially when it comes to sewing your own clothes and kind of branching out into using patterns, buying patterns from the store, and really understanding and knowing how to select the correct pattern, how to select the correct size, how to even find the pattern in the giant pattern drawers at the fabric store. If you've ever gone to a Hobby Lobby or Joann Fabrics or really any other fabric store, maybe even shopping online, sometimes it can seem overwhelming trying to figure out how in the world you actually select the correct pattern and how you even find the pattern that's in the catalog in the drawers. Well, today I'm going to show you all of the ins and outs because I actually bring you along with me to Joann Fabrics and take you step by step through my typical process of figuring out and selecting a pattern, looking through the various pattern catalogs, figuring out the pattern number, looking for it in the drawer, selecting the correct size, and making sure I'm paying attention to all of the correct information so that if I ever actually want to sew that for myself, I would have all the correct information and all the correct supplies. So today I'm going to show you exactly what you need to pay attention to when you are shopping for a pattern and trying to select the correct one. Now, if you're wondering how to actually read the pattern when it comes to starting the sewing process, I already have a video all about how to read a sewing pattern up on my channel. I will also link it down in the description of this video because that's going to be your next step after you select and buy a pattern. But without further ado, let's go shopping, head to Joann Fabrics, and buy some patterns.
Welcome to the ever ominous pattern drawers at your local fabric store. These are going to be the drawers that are going to house all of your pattern options, and to figure out what those options are, you're going to peruse the pattern catalogs such as this one to find your perfect style. There are a number of different commercial patterns that are on the market. These are some of the most prevalent and common brands that you are going to find when perusing the patterns at your local fabric store. My favorites are going to be Simplicity, McCall's, and New Look. If you want some easy sewing patterns, quick sew patterns are also really great for beginners. I usually like to look through the pattern catalogs for every single pattern brand because every brand tends to have different styles, and so really finding a pattern that you resonate with and that fits your own style takes some time to just kind of look through all of the different catalogs. Each catalog is also going to be broken down and organized by color, and each color is in reference to a specific category. So if you are looking for evening wear, loungewear, menswear, plus size, swimwear, costumes, all of those things, you can pay attention to all of the different sections. Looking through pattern catalogs is honestly one of my favorite things because I just get so inspired by all of the different designs and patterns that are out there and giving me ideas for different sewing projects I want to do. So as you peruse through these catalogs, maybe you have an idea already of what you're looking for, or you find a pattern that you really like. Once you find that pattern that you like, you are going to want to figure out what the pattern number is. So on the page for that pattern, you are always given a pattern number. It's going to be a letter followed by 4 numbers, and that's going to be in reference to the pattern number, and that's the number you are going to look for in the pattern drawer. After you have your pattern number, you are then going to open the drawer that your pattern number falls into. Now, sometimes those drawers might not actually have your pattern number in them, so you might have to check a different drawer to make sure that you have the right number range, but then you're just going to look through all of the labels and find the correct pattern number that is in reference to your pattern in the catalog. The specific pattern that we're looking for is 8306. It's a Laura Ashley vintage reproduction pattern, and this is the pattern in the drawer. The great thing about finding your pattern is that your pattern envelope actually gives you a ton of valuable information such as the sizing, all of the different styles, and any fabric yardage and notions you might need. Your pattern on the front is also going to give you the size range, so this specific envelope comes in a size 6 to a 14. If you are a size above that, you are going to want to go back into the drawer and find the pattern envelope that has a higher size range. So this is really important to pay attention to, that you choose the correct pattern with your size range, since there are always two options. So again, to walk you through the process of choosing a pattern, once you find a design that you like in the pattern catalog, you are going to find what the pattern number is. It's a letter followed by 4 numbers. Then you're going to go to the drawer for that specific pattern brand and find the drawer with the correct number range. Then you're going to look through all of the different labels for that pattern to find the one with your numbers that you are looking for. And again, this takes a little bit of searching sometimes, as there are a lot of patterns. So as you look through all the numbers, then you're going to find the one with your specific 4 numbers. This one is M7931. You're going to pull that pattern out. You're going to make sure it's the correct pattern that you saw in the catalog. And then you're also going to check to make sure it's the size range that you want. The size range is always going to be on the side or the top of the pattern. Again, if you want a larger size, check the drawer and grab the correct envelope. And if you're unsure what size you actually are, every pattern on the back is always going to have a size chart, so you can compare your own personal measurements to the sizing of that pattern to select the correct one. When it comes to selecting patterns for your next project, the options really are limitless, as every single brand has a host of different designs and styles to choose from. These are some of the Vogue patterns, which are a little bit more high-end patterns. They're also a little bit more expensive. One of my favorite pattern brands is actually the Know Me patterns. This is my friend Alicia. She put out this adorable pattern. Know Me patterns are created by Sewist on Instagram, and so I love supporting them. Know Me patterns are only available in-store at Joann Fabrics or at simplicity.com. They were created by Mimi G, and what I love about Know Me is that they are sewing patterns created by Sewist Online for Sewists. Here is Alyssa, another fabulous seamstress that I follow, and I love her patterns and designs, so it's just so fun to check these out. There's always something that's very on trend, and I know that I'm going to love it, and I hope you would love them too if you try it. There's Alicia again. So this is another pattern brand I definitely recommend. Here's another example of Vogue patterns. As you can see, they're very more fashionable, high-end. Butterick is another great brand, and just like all the other catalogs, there's tons of options to choose from. So honestly, just have fun looking through every single catalog and finding designs and styles that really speak to you. And then again, once you find the pattern and design and style that you want to sew up yourself, you're going to head over to the giant drawers and find the specific style that you're looking for. Again, make sure you are paying attention to those style numbers, to the size range that is on the patterns, and if there's ever a pattern that you can't find in store, chances are you would be able to find it online. Since a lot of sewists on social media and YouTube are now creating their own patterns with the big brands, always pay attention to see if they have a QR code that links you to their sew-along. Any sewists for Know Me patterns always have sew-alongs, and there are other seamstresses to do as well. Another great beginner pattern line is the Easy to Sew Patterns by Simplicity. I highly recommend these as well. And so there you have it. This is how you shop for, select, and choose the correct sewing pattern at the store for your upcoming sewing projects. You're going to peruse the catalogs, find the correct pattern number, look for it in the drawer, select the correct size range, purchase it, take it home, and start sewing. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope that you utilize it in future sewing projects. As always, it means the world to me that you tune in to watch these videos. If you love them just as much as I do, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to my channel to stay updated on all the educational sewing content coming out in the future. Happy sewing! See you next time!